If Nike released this shoe 2 years ago, they would have been a problem. In 2025, I'm not so sure. What's up, sneaker people? It's your boy FB Kicks and Gear, and I am back with another video. This time we are doing a first third-party look at an upcoming release, the Jordan 4 Cavestone. And looking at these right now, I'm like scratching my head here because I don't get it. Why are we getting these in 2025 when we're essentially well past the peak of the Jordan 4? Doesn't make sense to me. But just like with every other video, you're going to want to see more pictures of the shoe on the Instagram account that's going to pop up on the screen. Understanding the details, especially this early when authentic pairs are slowly starting to trickle their way onto the market. Understanding what the replicas look like is going to go a long way when it comes to buying the real pairs. I understand we're a few months out from release, but let's start our education journey on these shoes right now. So head over to that Instagram account on the screen for more details. But man, with all that said, this is a dope ass shoe, and I'm scratching my head as to why JB kept these in the vault until now. These could have been a problem a couple of years ago, and now they're probably at risk of sitting. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the shoe, take a look around it, check out the materials. I'm going to point out some things that I believe are going to be legit checking indicators for the future retail pairs that come out. And, you know, we'll learn a little bit about the shoes. I want to know how you guys feel about the visuals. Leave some comments below and let me know how you feel about these. But let's start with the box. JB has been giving us these textured boxes more and more lately. We've got them with the wet cement Jordan 4s. We've gotten them with the brick by brick Nigels, and now we're getting them with these. It's got a nice kind of stone texture finish to it. You've got a glossy Jumpman and Flight on there. I'm sure that the authentic pair is going to look a lot like this. We're going to see color differences. Absolutely. I know that this replica pair is either going to be a little bit too light or a little bit too dark. If you watch my channel, we know we see these things consistently. Looking inside the box, you get the standard Jordan 4 speckle print. It's smooth on the inside with the graphics still remaining, so pay attention to those details. I don't think I've seen this symbol on a box yet. Maybe that's new. Obviously those stickers are something that we've been seeing for years, but I don't think I've seen this before. So I'm gonna check a couple of my other boxes when I get done this video and see if this is a new thing or not. But that's the box. Let's just talk about the shoes. Looking at these, they most definitely feel like they could have been a Travis Scott collab. They look a lot like that Friends and Family pair that came out a few years ago. And I'm glad we're getting something derivative of those because these are dope. You really can't go wrong with the earth tones, the blacks, and for whatever reason, we're getting a Nike Air on the back. I think this is Nike's attempt to try and sell these for sure, even though they recognize maybe they're a little bit late to the party with these. Unless there is something that we don't know about the marketing behind the shoe and the inspiration behind the shoe, this tells me that maybe Nike's a little bit desperate and they want to sell shoes. And you know what? I'm okay with that because desperation must mean we're getting dope shit. And if you look at this year's release calendar, we have been. So I'm all for it. But the shoe is a nice, soft, dry nubuck all the way around. And I say dry because this is not the same type of nubuck that the Brick by Bricks have. It's a shorter hair. It's a little bit stiffer. It's not as plush as the Brick by Bricks, but still very nice. Looks pretty good. You got black hits all over, which I think contrasts really, really well with the upper. And you got a translucent outsole, which is a really, really nice touch in my opinion, especially with the black hits and cream. You got a nice mix of textures, materials, colors. Everything kind of contrasts but comes together well. One of the things that I'm noticing immediately that I have a feeling it's going to be a legit check indicator is that just like with other replica 4s that I've come across on this channel, the cages are rubber, and Jordan Brand does not use rubber on these. They use a soft, malleable plastic. And I think rep factories have just been using rubber because it's probably easier to make and it's cheaper. And because rubber has that muted matte look to it, it's a good stand-in. But I have yet to come across a Jordan 4 that is like straight rubber like this. This feels like the back tabs of a Jordan 4 SB, which is hilarious. Another thing that I'll probably be right about when it comes to legit checking is that the back tab and the wings are a little hard, harder than I felt previous Jordan 4s that have come out this year, like the white cements. Yeah, they're a little stiff. And I know that Jordan Brand has been using softer materials when it comes to those plastic bits that are on there. Looking on the inside, you've got a nice satin Air Jordan tag on there. Replica Jordan 4s are notorious for getting these wrong when it comes to color, so I'm assuming that's going to be the case as well. You're definitely going to have an issue, like if you look at the brick by bricks, how the satin color of the tag is just darker than on the authentic pair, and I have a feeling that's going to be the case for these as well. But overall, these are a dope ass shoe. I am definitely in on these. Like I mentioned before, I don't really understand why they have Nike Air on them. They're usually that's usually saved for special projects, and if I look at the box, it doesn't say Air Jordan 4 Retro SP on it, so it's not a special project. It's not a collaboration. So interesting as to why it has a Nike Air on the back, but another thing to note, it does not come with an extra set of laces, and usually reps are pretty good about the accessories, so that tells me that the authentic pairs probably won't either. Looks like we're getting a Dream Cell insole with these, and that is actually really good because I feel like these are the most comfortable insoles that Jordan 4s come with. Replicas don't get the material exactly right. They are using a foam that is just, it's like TPU kind of, but it's not. When I have an authentic pair, I'll definitely do a side-by-side for this, but I can tell you that this is not real Dream Cell. It's not as impact absorbent or bouncy, but you can see that it's going to have this color more or less to match the upper. So this is going to be a dope shoe. I think it's coming around holiday season, which means that there's going to be some interest in it, but I don't know if it's going to sell out. They remind me a lot of, even though it's a different color, they remind me a lot of the Ama Maniere Jordan 4s, the original pair, and those aren't really doing that well on the market, even though I love those shoes and I wear my pair a lot. But I guess we'll just wait and see. So with that said, guys, that's going to wrap up my video. Hopefully I gave you a good look at all the details and we can start building our notes on what to look for authentic pairs. This is going to be a release that I'm definitely looking forward to. Probably not my most anticipated Jordan 4 of the year. That would have to be the Undefeateds that I can't wait to drop, followed by the white cements, but these are a close third and I am excited to get them in and do that real versus fake for you guys when the time comes. So with that said, guys, remember you can find more pictures of the shoe on the Instagram account that's going to pop up on the screen. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.